Okay. What do you guys think for number one?
I got D.
Yeah, it's good. It's always going to be D. Because the CEO has taken many steps, or has taken steps to ensure that she can handle all the pressure associated with the new position. This includes, so it's obviously you're starting a new clause. So you could probably put a semicolon, but actually that's not really, well, you could because it's an identifying error question. Or we could say including, joining, yeah. Or which includes, or which include actually, because we're talking about steps. So, okay. It's definitely D. How about 2? Yeah. Because you want a semicolon to help alleviate the run-on. That could work. B still has the same problem as the original. D and E are too wordy. So that's sometimes you'll see more than one choice that fixes a mistake. In that case, go with the one with the fewest words, the most concise choice. That's usually a good idea. How about 3? Everything's all good. If you're sure that you are in the right, you would not mind. Yeah, everything's fine.
I think there are rarely ever no errors.
It's about 20%. About 20% chance of getting nowhere.
Really?
Yeah. There's actually one practice test I was working with some students. Out of 18 questions, 6 were no error.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
I know.
It's just like so looking for errors. Like,
I know.
errors.
Well, that's what you got. You got to just have a very deep understanding of the common errors and just go with those. How about 4? That's a mistake. It has a mistake. So which one is it? C. Yeah. C is the best way to fix it. Putting a semicolon. E is too wordy. Actually, that's the fragment because this part here is dependent, so that wouldn't work. D is still a run-on. B gets rid of it, but B just sounds weird. I go C. How about 5? C. I'm going to put a comma there. Okay. Let's move on to misplaced modifiers. These are kind of funny. And I like these a lot because once you get the hang of it, you'll always catch these. So let me first explain what a modifier is. It's right here. It describes a noun in a sentence. So it's like a description. So it's not like when you hear the word modify, you think of change. That's what I think of. But in grammar, modifier is a phrase that describes another word in a sentence. So the key thing is first find the noun that the modifier is touching or that's describing, and check if it makes sense to have them together. Because if it doesn't make sense, then it's misplaced. So like in this case here, this is a clear modifier. This right here is the modifier, right? And what noun is it touching? Chang. Is Chang running through the woods? Does that make sense? Yeah. So you got to make sure these are connected. So modifier and noun must be as close as possible to each other. If not, let me rephrase that, incorrect noun must be as close as possible to each other. But then look at the next one. Chang tripped over a root running through the woods. Are these connected now? No, some people call this a dangling modifier because it's dangling, it's not connected. Because this means that the root is running through the woods, which makes no sense, right? So Chang tripped over a root running through the woods. You could say, while running through the woods, Chang tripped over a root, or that's actually what we had earlier, or I don't know, but sure. Well, actually, no, that's still the same problem. Yeah. Um, yeah, it still could be a little bit unclear because then you want them right next to each other basically. So let's do some practice here. So these are kind of funny. He was staring at the girl by the vending machine wearing dark glasses. Who's wearing dark glasses? Or probably the guy, but not the vending machine, right? So,
Well, who was by the vending machine? Well, right now the vending machine is doing very fast.
right, which would make no sense.
What if he was by the vending machine?
Yeah, but who's wearing them though? Not the vending machine. So either you got to put after the girl or after he. So you could say, wearing dark glasses, he was staring, and blah blah blah. You guys get the point. He was staring at the girl by the vending machine. So you want to make sure they're connected. Let's look at 2. Jane was frightened that the rocks would land on the campsite rolling down the hill. What's rolling down the hill? Is the campsite rolling down the hill? Or the rocks? Probably the rocks, right? So you can say Jane was frightened that the rocks rolling down the hill would land, and I think you guys get the point, on the campsite. Okay, this next one's kind of funny too. The hillside's view is striking to Yoshi covered in wildflowers. Was Yoshi covered in wildflowers? Could have been, I guess, I don't know, but I think we meant to say, what do we mean to say here?
Beauty.
Well, not the beauty, but the hillside. So how should I structure this? I would say the beauty of the hillside yeah, because you want these two to be connected. So the beauty of the hillside, make comma, covered in wildflowers, was striking to Yoshi. So, Rex, guys, quiet. Having been overcooked, Bob left the hamburger on the table. Was Bob overcooked? No. Was that right? Sure, but so I probably would say this. Yeah, Bob left the overcooked hamburger because clearly hamburger and overcooked have to be connected, right? Okay, here's one before we do the examples or the practice problems. Playing in the park, my wallet was found by the musicians. Was it wallet playing in the park? No, right? So, how do you want to structure this? Awesome. That is outstanding. I don't know. So, or actually, let's just do this. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So, but anyway, you see the problem 5. Okay, so here's like as you go and do 1 through 5 again on your own. Then we'll talk about it. Yeah, I would say the old farmer with a cane, or use a cane to go to the barn and milk the cow. I know, but B is the closest one.
Oh, like he has a cane for old.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that'd be weird. So, all right. Guys, move on to the next one. I want to get to this. So, obviously, Mr. Brooks was a person who was devoted to serving the poor. So you want something as close as possible to that comma. So that really leaves us the B and D. But D causes a fragment, the word having. So I'll go B on that one. What do you guys say for 3? Yes, find the way it is. It's concise. 2 is B. Oh, yeah. And 3 is find the way it is. It's very concise, too. The other ones are too wordy. How about 4? D. Yep. It's concise. B also fixes it, but it's a little too wordy. It sounds kind of weird. And the other ones are still run-ons, I think. Well, actually, C is a fragment. Yeah, E is just very, very awkward. 5. Which one do you guys say 5? Yeah, it's B as in boy. It's concise compared to E. Yeah, it's a little confusing, that one. So that'd be B. Okay.